Welcome. Thank you for joining. I will ask you to take a moment or two to become comfortable, to do whatever is required so that you can sit easily and for a bit of time. Going to be going on a journey today. So bring your walking shoes, your internal walking shoes, and bring a sense of adventure. Take a breath in, and as you exhale, find a comfortable seat. Let yourself go into that seat. Move around until you feel at ease. And then let your feet either rest on the earth or cross your legs beneath you. Feel your spine elongating, lengthening, creating space by doing so for your lungs, for your breath. Allow a softness to slide across your shoulders, down your arms into your fingers. And as you let your eyes finally begin to close, feel softness around that circle of your lips and around the circle of your eyes. Tension melting away. Another breath. And as that breath releases, you start to scan the body for anywhere that tension might reside, any suspected aches, pains that hang around. Also, scanning for those places that feel open and at ease. Just acknowledging everything that is part of the experience in the moment. Wherever you may have discovered tension, bring your full awareness there for the next few breaths and just breathe as if your exhales could let that tension go. And keep going through those spaces until you've finally just emptied yourself. And now check in with the mind. Do you sense tension in the mind? See if you can start first with the forehead. As you exhale, release tension across the forehead, even if you did not think there was any there. See what happens when you pay attention to it. And as the forehead lets go, feel the space above the eyes soften and below the eyes. And then let that inner vision move gently upwards so it rests at the space between the eyebrows. Let's see if that has relieved some tension from the thoughts, from the mind. Another full breath. Now seeing if there can be a releasing of tension through the energy of the body. Did you find you were holding yourself internally? If so, let the breath become slower, fuller, and you might notice the energy shift. You're now ready for your journey. And first, check in. Like any good journey, you need to pack the appropriate tools, the things you might require. But if you let your mind's eye wander downwards, you'll find that there is a pack at your feet that has already been pre-packed for you with everything you could need for this journey. So that effort is also now over of trying to find what is required. It is already here. You pick up the pack, slide it over your shoulders. It's much lighter than you expected. What we require isn't really heavy. Take another breath as you buckle in, making sure there's space for your lungs to expand. And the exhale in preparation. Your inner vision looks up ahead of you, and what you see is a beautiful trail. There's meadows on either side, filled with flowers, butterflies flying from flower to flower. The air smells fresh, filled with the scent of flowers. You begin to walk. Each step meeting the earth, strong and steady. Now you see a forest approaching. You pause. You see the greens, the lushness of this forest, sun dappling the earth between the branches. It is a very safe space. You gaze into all the trees. Every kind of tree you love resides there. You can picture them. You see them. You take a big filling breath of that fresh, beautiful forest air you can smell drifting outwards. And as you exhale, you continue the journey on this path. Each step taking you down the path as it meanders between and around and through the trees. You hear birds. You might see deer. Maybe little chipmunks running through. You enjoy this part of the journey. You enjoy how the forest softens all other sounds. You enjoy the lushness of this experience, the thriving life of the forest. Each footstep strong and solid on the earth. You continue on your journey. Enjoy this part of the walk. And on your next breath, you arrive at the edge of the forest. Ahead of you is an open area, a beautiful place to pause, to nourish yourself. As you step out from the trees into this sun-filled space, you also notice just on the other side of this beautiful little picnic area, there is a tunnel. This tunnel is on your path. You will have no choice but to go through this tunnel. You look at it, gaze into it, and can't see anything. There is no light. It is just very dark. A long tunnel that bends somewhere along the way. You feel a sense of discomfort arising. But you know you can't go backwards, no matter how beautiful, because your journey is taking you forwards. And there's something waiting for you along this road of your journey, someone, someplace. So you open the bag that you were given. Whoever packed it for you, packed it well. There is food, there is water, there's everything you need. And down below all of that, there's a lantern. You pull the lantern out. You turn the lantern on. You're still not comfortable with the tunnel, but you know you must go forward. You return the pack to your back. You pick the lantern up in your hand. And again, you gaze into this darkness. The only thing you know about this tunnel is what all the signs that surround it are saying. It is safe. It might not be easy to see inside the tunnel. And you might stumble on unseen obstacles. But it is safe. You're still not fully sure. You feel the heart beating just a bit faster. So you take a slower, deeper breath to steady and balance yourself. And with your next breath, you let the first footstep draw you into the tunnel. The lantern held high. You begin to move forward. With each footstep, you get farther from the daylight. It becomes harder to see. The darkness eats up most of the light. But you still have light. Carefully, you take one step, then another, making your way slowly forwards. You can feel like you're being swallowed by the universe. But you know that this tunnel has walls. You know it is safe. So you continue forward. Every now and then, a foot lands on a rock. A toe bangs into something. And you need to rebalance. And you continue on. And with your next step, then you realize you have moved past a curve in the tunnel, and far away in front of you, you can see light. You can see the opening at the far end of the tunnel. It is still dark. There is no way to rush from this space to the end of the tunnel. So you continue on. Lantern still held high. Each step landing strong and solid on the earth. Moving with care. Continue And continue until you reach the end of the tunnel. As you arrive, you turn the lantern off. Pause for a moment to let the eyes adjust. And then look out at where you've arrived. It is beautiful. Take in what you see. What is it that you find in this space, in this place that you have traveled to? Take your time, see everything. All of life has tunnels, places that seem dark and unloving and uninviting. But if you trust that you are safe, trust that all of life and the universe has conspired to fill your bag with everything you will need for this journey, you can step forward with strength. You can step forward knowing you are taken care of. You can step forward knowing that no matter how dark it can get, there really is a light at the end of the tunnel. And eventually, if you move with care, you will arrive right where you are, in a place of beauty. Take a breath of this place that you have created. Fill yourself with it and let it go. And gently return to this place, to where you are seated. Let the body start to shift and move, reintroducing energy and motion to this base of the body. Let the head move as the eyes softly begin to open. And in that softness, just take a moment to gaze around you and realize that some of that beauty you saw exists right here. Take another breath, getting yourself ready to step back into your day. Big exhale. Namaste. Thank you for being here.